let me just show you how to get full marks on this question every single time using your calculator. You're going to go to menu. You're going to go down. You want to find quadratics, basically. So it's a type of equation. So you go down to equation/func. You go 2 for polynomial, because it's not simultaneous equations, which also you can do for free on your calculator. It's polynomial, and then you're going to hit polynomial degree 2. Here you can just literally type in the quadratic. So we put 2 in, we put -7 in, we put 6 in, we hit equals. And what your calculator does is it solves this equation. So if it was equals 0, this is what usually quadratics are, equals 0, it solves this equation. Okay, so the answer is 2. But here's the hack, here's the sneaky thing. You can factorize a quadratic by knowing what these numbers are, by knowing what these solutions are. And what you have to do is, factorizing a quadratic looks like this, and there's usually an x. Well, it's pretty much always like an x at the beginning of each one. When you get a 2 in your calculator, you just flip the sign and you get -2. That's it. So you have to just remember to flip the signs. You get 2 on your calculator. That means the factorized version is x minus 2. Now here comes the tricky bit, and this is only for higher. On higher paper, you're going to sometimes get fractions. The only difference here is that when your calculator gives you a fraction, you take this bottom number and you stick it next to the x, okay? Then you flip the sign and then you put the number, okay? 2x minus 3. This is a pretty sneaky hack, okay? But on a calculator paper, it's mad not to do this. If you want to do the other method, by all means go and do it, and then use your calculator to double check whether this is the correct answer. But you actually, in this particular question, when you factorize a quadratic, you don't actually need to show any working. Almost always on a 2-mark question, you do need to show working. But here, actually, you don't. You can always double check by expanding the bracket, by doing this thing, by expanding that bracket and double checking that you get this, but this is just the answer here. And so this is a really tough topic. And so many teachers say, God, you're set 3 or set 4, so I'm not going to bother teaching you this topic because it's really advanced. I would say, no, everybody can do this. If you just know how your calculator works, you can guarantee yourself some marks in your GCSE maths. I know how important each of these marks is to you guys. It might be the mark that takes you over that grade boundary, that gets you that thing that enables you to study economics at A level or go to that university. It can all come down to factorizing one quadratic, and people don't know this. You can do it on your calculator.